Many cars still run smoothly and show no warning lights, which makes it easy to believe everything is fine. Over time, however, the engine can quietly lose its smoothness. Throttle response becomes slightly slower, and fuel consumption creeps up, often without the driver noticing right away. In Japan, car care isn't about waiting for things to break and then fixing them. It focuses on keeping systems stable and consistent. You'd be awesome if you liked this video. 1. Top-tier fuel. Top-tier fuel is often seen as a premium for no real reason, since cars still run on cheaper gasoline. But the real issue lies elsewhere. Fuel injectors don't fail suddenly because of poor fuel. They slowly get dirty over time. Every time lower quality fuel is used, small amounts of deposits and fuel residue pass through the injectors and cling to the injector tips and internal passages. The engine still starts and drives normally, so these changes are hard to notice in the early stages. What sets top-tier fuel apart is its detergent additive package. It's not meant to add power or make the car feel instantly stronger. Instead, it helps keep injectors clean from the start. Each fill-up provides a mild cleaning effect, enough to prevent deposits from building up. This consistency helps maintain proper spray patterns, better atomization, and more complete combustion. When fuel is delivered correctly, the engine runs smoother, throttle response feels more refined, and fuel economy stays more stable over time. Real-world garage experience shows that many cars develop light idle vibration or early fuel economy loss, not because the injectors are worn out, but because the spray pattern has been compromised by deposits. Vehicles that use top-tier fuel long-term usually don't show these symptoms until much later. In contrast, cars that frequently use cheaper or inconsistent fuel tend to experience hesitation and uneven combustion sooner, eventually requiring injector cleaning or replacement. The price difference between top-tier and regular fuel is usually small. Each fill-up costs just a bit more, but in return, it reduces the risk of early injector cleaning, avoids prolonged fuel waste, and helps the engine operate as it was designed to. For long-term ownership, this isn't about using fancy fuel. It's about choosing a lower trouble way to keep the car healthy. 2. Preventive maintenance on a fixed schedule. Preventive maintenance on a fixed schedule is something many people understand in theory, but very few follow correctly. The reason is simple. The car still runs and no warning lights are on, so maintenance gets delayed. I'll do it when I have time, or it probably doesn't need it yet. These thoughts are so common they become habits. The problem is that engines don't fail suddenly. They wear down slowly and quietly until repair costs are no longer minor. In real garage experience, the most durable cars aren't the newest or the ones with the lowest mileage. They're the ones that are consistently maintained. Oil, filters, fuel, intake components, injectors. Each system has its own rhythm. When maintenance is done on a fixed schedule, parts are never pushed to their limits. Deposits don't have time to build up, oil doesn't lose its lubricating properties, and sensors don't drift out of spec. Problems are addressed while they're still easy to fix. Cars that skip scheduled maintenance tend to fall into a familiar cycle. They run fine, fuel economy starts to drop, the engine feels less smooth, small fixes pile up, and eventually a major repair becomes unavoidable. Not because the car is poorly designed, but because too many small intervals were ignored for too long. At that point, even injector cleaning, sensor replacement, or combustion chamber cleaning can't fully restore the original performance. Preventive maintenance isn't about doing more, it's about doing things at the right time. A fixed schedule removes guesswork and eliminates the need to wait for obvious symptoms. The car stays stable, drives more smoothly, and avoids costly surprises. 3. PSE injector cleaning additives. PEA-based injector cleaners are often misunderstood as something you pour in to make the car feel more powerful. That's not what they do. PEA doesn't create an immediate sensation, and it won't fix a damaged injector. Its real value is in cleaning the things that cause long-term problems: carbon and fuel varnish, deposits inside the injector tip. These deposits build up very slowly, so the car continues to run normally, and the driver rarely suspects anything is wrong. As injectors begin to get dirty, the spray pattern becomes less fine and less even. Fuel no longer burns completely. Engine smoothness declines, throttle response slows, and fuel consumption gradually increases. There are no warning lights and no obvious noises. In the garage, this is one of the hardest problems to spot because everything still seems fine. PSEA works by softening these deposits and breaking them down so they burn off with the fuel, rather than flaking off in large chunks that can cause blockages. That said, PEA has to be used correctly. Using it at the wrong time or too frequently doesn't add extra benefit. PEA won't replace a fuel filter, won't fix a failing fuel pump, and can't save injectors that are mechanically worn. It's effective only when treated as part of preventive maintenance, not as an emergency fix. In practice, cars that use PEA periodically tend to stay stable longer, have smoother idle, and require fewer deep interventions in the fuel system. PEA won't make the car feel transformed after a single tank. What it delivers is longevity, cleaner injectors, more consistent combustion, and an engine that stays on track over time. Or pressurized fuel system cleaning. Pressurized fuel system cleaning is something many people only hear about after the car starts vibrating, hesitating, or showing clear increases in fuel consumption. At that point, pour-in additives are no longer strong enough. Deposits have hardened inside the injectors, along the fuel rail, and right at the injector tips, places fuel passes through every day. The engine still starts and runs, but combustion has drifted, and drivability no longer feels the same. This method is different from adding a cleaner to the fuel tank. The system is temporarily isolated from the fuel tank, and the engine runs directly on a cleaning solution at a pressure similar to normal operating pressure. That allows the cleaner to follow the exact fuel path and directly reach the most stubborn deposits. In a professional garage setting, this is considered a middle ground solution, more effective than additives, but not yet requiring injector removal. The critical factor is having the right technician and the right procedure. Done incorrectly, it can cause problems: air entering the system, damaged seals, incorrect pressure, or using an unsuitable cleaning solution. These issues may not show up immediately, but they can create serious problems later. That's why this isn't something to experiment with without experience. 5. Stabilizing ethanol blended fuel. Stabilizing ethanol blended fuel is something many people don't think about until the car becomes hard to start or runs rough after sitting for a few days. Ethanol is present in most modern gasoline, and it isn't inherently bad. The issue is its strong ability to absorb moisture. When a car sits unused, water vapor from the air is pulled into the fuel tank, changing the fuel mixture without the driver realizing it. As ethanol blended fuel begins to degrade, combustion becomes less consistent. The engine may shake slightly when cold, take longer to start, or hesitate under acceleration. These symptoms come and go, making them easy to ignore. In the garage, this is the kind of issue that leads people to replace spark plugs or check the battery, yet the problem remains. In reality, the source is sitting right inside the fuel tank. Fuel stabilizers don't make the car more powerful. Their job is simply to keep gasoline stable, limiting moisture absorption, reducing oxidation, and preventing phase separation between ethanol and the gasoline itself. When the fuel stays stable, injectors receive a more uniform mixture, and the spray pattern isn't disrupted by tiny water droplets. The result is cleaner starts, smoother running, and less new deposit formation. Like the video if this surprised you. 6. Long-lasting detergent additives. Long-lasting detergent additives are often overlooked because they don't make the car feel instantly different. In practice, however, They're one of the most effective ways to keep the fuel system stable over time when used correctly. Injector deposits don't come only from poor fuel. Short trips, shutting the engine off while still cold, and frequent temperature swings all contribute to a thin varnish layer forming inside injector tips and fuel rails. This layer doesn't cause immediate blockage, but it gradually distorts the spray pattern. The car still runs, just with less smoothness and slightly higher fuel consumption. Long-lasting detergent additives work differently. They soften fresh varnish and deposits, keeping them suspended so they burn off with the fuel instead of hardening into stubborn buildup. Because their action is gentle, they're safer for sensors and seals, as long as they're not overused. In the garage, many repeat injector issues happen because a strong cleaner was used once, but the maintenance phase was skipped afterward. These additives don't replace PEA cleaners or pressurized cleaning. They serve as a maintenance layer, helping earlier cleaning results last longer instead of fading over time. For long-term ownership, this is a simple way to keep the engine stable and avoid deep fuel system work sooner than necessary. 7. Non-removal throttle body cleaning. Non-removal throttle. Body cleaning is a step many people skip because throttle bodies rarely fail in an obvious way. The engine still starts and drives, so cleaning never seems urgent. In reality, a dirty throttle body is a common reason for roughness, unstable idle, and slower initial throttle response. These changes happen gradually, slow enough that drivers adapt and stop noticing. Over time, oil vapor from the crankcase ventilation system and combustion residue coat the throttle plate, forming a sticky black layer. This prevents the throttle from opening and closing exactly as designed. The ECU tries to compensate, but it can't do so indefinitely. The result is light vibration at stoplights, fluctuating RPM, or a heavy feeling right off idle. In many garage cases, what's first blamed on injectors or sensors turns out to be nothing more than a dirty throttle body. Throttle body cleaning without removal shouldn't be aggressive. Common mistakes include spraying too much cleaner, using the wrong chemicals, or forcing the throttle plate open. These can damage coatings and seals and lead to future issues. Done correctly, it's a light surface cleaning, just enough to restore smooth throttle movement. After cleaning, the ECU needs a short relearning period, so slight changes in engine behavior during the first few minutes are normal. 8. Controlled high RPM driving, road flush. Controlled high RPM driving, often called a road flush, sounds counterintuitive to many people. Most drivers are told to drive gently and keep RPM low to protect the engine. The problem is that when a car is driven only on short trips at low RPM, the engine rarely reaches the temperature needed to fully burn off deposits. Over time, carbon builds up on injectors, intake valves, and inside the combustion chamber, making the engine feel less smooth, even though no clear faults appear. A road flush is not about flooring the throttle or driving aggressively. It means holding the engine at a higher than normal RPM, steadily and for a sustained period, usually on an open road. When combustion and exhaust temperatures rise in a controlled way, soft carbon deposits burn off far more effectively than during city driving. In real garage experience, many cars with light vibration or hesitation improve noticeably after this is done properly, without replacing or disassembling anything. The key is doing it under the right conditions. A road flush is only suitable for engines that are mechanically healthy, with proper oil level, stable cooling, and no abnormal noises. Doing this on a poorly maintained or already weak engine can backfire. This method cleans through the combustion process itself. It doesn't replace additives or mechanical cleaning, but serves as a supportive step. 9. Deep professional injector cleaning service. Deep injector cleaning services are usually mentioned only after a car no longer feels as good as it used to. At this stage, basic additives or light maintenance steps are no longer effective. Deposits have hardened inside the injectors, distorting the spray pattern, causing uneven combustion, and leading to more noticeable engine vibration. The car still runs, but drivability gradually degrades until a stronger solution becomes necessary. Unlike manual injector removal and bench cleaning, this service keeps the injectors installed in the car. The fuel system is isolated and the engine runs on a dedicated cleaning solution under carefully controlled pressure. This solution is far stronger than tank additives and can dissolve hardened deposits that lighter methods can't reach. In the garage, this is considered the second to last step before injector removal or replacement. Results are often clear: smoother idle, more even throttle response, reduced vibration, and fuel consumption closer to original levels. However, this is not a miracle fix. Injectors with mechanical wear, electrical imbalance, or internal coil failure cannot be saved by cleaning alone. If done incorrectly, there is a real risk of seal damage, pressure issues, or fault codes. Skill and proper equipment largely determine the outcome. 10. Full system carbon cleaning. Full system carbon cleaning is something many people only consider after noticeable power loss, increased vibration, or abnormal fuel consumption. At that point, the issue isn't limited to injectors or the throttle body anymore. Carbon has accumulated in multiple areas: intake valves, combustion chambers, piston crowns, and even sensors. The car still runs, but the engine has to work much harder to produce the same performance as before. Unlike single component cleaning, full system carbon cleaning targets multiple areas simultaneously during combustion. A specialized solution is introduced through a controlled process, using heat and airflow to soften and gradually burn off long-term carbon buildup. In the garage, this method helps cars that have spent years in urban driving conditions regain smoothness without deep disassembly. A common misunderstanding is expecting too much. Carbon cleaning won't turn an old car into a new one, and it won't fix mechanically worn parts. Its real value is removing what's holding the engine back: valves that don't seal properly due to deposits, uneven combustion temperatures, and sensors skewed by contamination. Once these restrictions are reduced, the engine runs lighter, throttle response sharpens, and fuel consumption stabilizes again. Keeping the fuel system and engine clean isn't about doing more maintenance just to be safe. It's about doing the right steps at the right time. When maintenance is carried out in a logical sequence, the car degrades more slowly, develops fewer hard-to-trace issues, and avoids unnecessary major repairs. The real value lies in the driver staying in control of the car's condition instead of waiting for obvious symptoms to appear. For anyone who wants a durable, efficient, low-trouble daily driver, this is a small investment with a long-term payoff. Which tip from the video surprised you the most?